on, child. Great adventure awaits you.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I forgot. Forgot to turn off the monitor. There we go. Now I can think without feeling like I'm going insane. Also, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another One Woman Table with me, the dreaded DM, also known as Dread, also known as Caitlin. As I've said it before, we all know this. You don't have to call me that. You can call me whatever you want. I'm very happy to be back. And I'm seeing both Red Robin Cass and Sneaky Boy are in the chat. How's it going, guys? It's pretty good. Last week I had one of the most intense games of D&D I've ever played in my life, courtesy of Cass in the chat. Honestly, like, I'm still kind of recovering from the trauma of all that. I would prefer if you didn't call me Linda, just because that has, I guess, Lynn is at the end of my human name, Caitlin. But I'll say it's a stretch. It's a stretch for sure. Of the three names that I have given, are those not good enough? I'm just so I know. Yeah, still emotionally recovering from the level 20 one shot I played over on Advanced Dungeons Intermediate Dragons. That VOD is actually available on YouTube now, because I was rewatching it today. I'm not conceited. It's fine. But I was watching it today. That's why I was thinking of it. Go check it out if you can. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, there is one thing I didn't want to mention. I am going to be taking a break from uploading the longer VODs onto the dreaded VODs channel because I would like to try and oh god, my brain just gave up and died. So that's fun. I would like to try and focus on editing highlights and stuff for the main channel, just because I know I've been severely neglecting it the last forever. And I have one started. I'm very happy with it so far, but I want to be I want to be I want to be first. I want it to be first rate stuff. Congratulations, Sneaky. I'm very proud of you. Kian needed to be taken down. That's all there is to that. Okay. I think that's it, really. I'm still trying to decide on a new day to stream One Woman Table, and I'm potentially thinking about adding another show to the channel, but it's still very much these are still very much ideas. Nothing's been decided except for the changing days. I'm still trying to decide on a new day, but I'm open to ideas for what day would be better. Because Twitch has this new thing where you can like see what the highest viewer rates are for certain days for certain topics, so like for D&D or for tabletop games or whatever. And I'm thinking I should use that more, because that would probably be a very informative decision. But yeah, no, I just can't decide on a day. It just feels on a new day. It just Well, we'll figure it out. Hi, Chauncey. I'm glad you have toppled not not the king of the server, but very close. Yes, if I want to be an affiliate, I have to stream within a month. And you don't have to do certain times a week. It's like a certain amount of hours per month. So I can't remember offhand. It's like I think it's like it's not a lot before you become on the road to affiliate. It's like I believe it's 30 hours. No, not 30 hours is a lot. It's like 20 or something. I can't remember. I feel like if I wanted to be affiliate, I should probably be keeping track of this stuff better, but I'm not. Because it's just like a nice bonus if I get affiliate. It's like it's not make or break because I still need to look after my health first and foremost, and sometimes that means I have to not stream some days. So it is what it is. Okay. I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'm going to get into a quick recap. The last time I streamed, we decided I basically robbed some priests, some Banite priests, so it's okay. I am trying to. I've gotten back to my inn, and I am currently resting there to continue the main adventure, the main journey. And I'm going to. So, I don't know what I'm saying. God, this is the worst recap I've ever done. So, in a previous episode, I had met with an elf named Celine, and a friend who we found out later was named Cragor, but we didn't know that at the time. And she said she wanted help stealing a family heirloom, a wand, back from the high priest of the Banite faith, Fazul. I agreed because breaking into a house sounds way more fun than just like, sleeping. So I did that. And yeah, we broke into Fazul's tower. It was surprisingly went extremely well. There was even there was like not a dragon. Dragon is not the word. It was a drake. There was a drake hanging out on the ceiling of the first room that we entered. But it was sleeping and we rolled well on stealth. So we got past it and everything was fine. Then we did some exploring, found nothing too interesting, went up to another room, found a trap door, and it was very interesting. Gregor made this big speech about how Celine should not go up the ladder first in case it was booby trapped because, she has a family to go back to and you're doing this for your mom, you're getting this for your mom. And she was like, okay, you go up. And it gave me the option to go up instead of him. And I did not. And he didn't get murked, but he definitely got badly injured. And he was fine. Like, he got up so quick after Celine did some magic. Got up to the room. We managed to... Gregor's fine. Don't worry. Gregor survived the whole thing. There was a chest in the main room. It was like a bedroom. And honestly, like, I was expecting it to be much harder. Maybe it was like the Drake was meant to be the hard thing, but we did well on our rolls. So, there was a chest, it was locked, and I was like, okay, Gregor can't take another hit like that. So I'll open the chest. I can't remember if I did any kind of perception check or not. I don't think I did. And it was booby-trapped, obviously, and I managed to get out of the way. That was good. And we found some cool stuff in there. We found a journal. We found a map of the dragon spines, which is great because that's the mountains that we're going to now. +2 dagger, a jewel encrusted dagger, very nice. So I might rake in a tidy profit from that. Yeah, at first I didn't want to tell these two, but then I did, and they didn't care, which seems very strange to me. That they had literally no concern for what was clearly notes from people they know are connected to the Zentarum and the Black Network. It's just bit weird. And we ended last session with them running off into the night and Sora returning back to her inn. That's where we are. One thing I can't even remember what I was going to say. I'm sure it's not important. Let's see who we got. Nice. We got some real cool peeps in here. We got some real cool friends, some friendly friends. Hello everybody. Welcome to the show. Really appreciate you. Appreciate your faces. As always, I appreciate every person's face. Okay. So I took the liberty of just going back to the last entry, just, save time. Take a little sip. Stay hydrated. Y'all ready for this? I've missed this, actually. Here we go. I fall asleep quickly. Some time later, how long I do not know, I awake to a sound. Tip, 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 tip. Half asleep, I think it a part of my dream, and I ignore it. But then I hear it. Tip, 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 tip. My eyes fly open, and I sit bolt upright, rolling off the bed and grabbing my weapon. Tip, 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 tip. It's coming from the window. Peering over the edge of my bed, I look towards the window, but I shut the curtains earlier so I wouldn't see anything. The tapping again. Tip, 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 tip. Then a voice. Outlander! Come to the window! Some instinct tells me the tone is friendly, and I move cautiously over. Besides, if this is an enemy outside my window, would they be announcing their presence? I yank the curtains open and see an elf standing on the roof outside, clad in Zhentil livery. However, something about his bearing, his expression, tells me, not us. I'm not insane. Tells me this warrior is not some Zhentil drone. There's too much dignity and intelligence in his face for that to be the case. Yes, I do know Todrick. I feel like I've read this before, but I'm already here. I slide the window open for the elven knight of Myth Draenor. Just wanted to see that you made it to your lodgings safely. I will meet you 1 mile west of the city, on the road back towards Teshwave, all right? I confirm the plan to meet Todrick, then thank him and bid him good night, sliding the window shut. That's quite enough excitement for one day. It says day, but it's night. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read this before. But it's fine. Yes. Tip, 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 tip. I rest at the inn after an adventure-filled night in Zhentil Keep. 1, 8. Nope. I've done my side quests. I'm good for side quests now. I wake at dawn and go downstairs where the innkeep serves me a steaming hot bowl of porridge with dark brown sugar and a large mug of coffee to bolster my spirits. Yeah, that was good. That's nice. I walk through the early morning streets, keeping an eye out for Zhentarim spies. But I reach the city gates without incident and nod to the Zhentil guards as I leave the grey walls of Zhentil Keep and start west, back towards Teshwave. I walk for about half an hour, ascending a long slope leading up towards the foothills of the rocky Dragonspine Mountains. Then, as I near the upper ridge of the slope, Teodric appears from amongst a corpse of trees. Amongst a copse? Copse or copse? What? Fun fact, if I check the Dragonet dungeons... No, I'm not. That's not true. I'm sorry. I have to diverge from from this to verify this fact. That cannot be true. Who in their bloody right minds would put me on what? No. Okay. Oh my god, I am. I'm not the highest, but... Well, that's just blow my mind a little. Oh, you cannot be serious. I charged this camera. I don't know why this camera has the crappiest battery. Okay. We'll get to where we can get to. Or maybe I'll just become a voiceover person. That sounds fun. Teodric appears from amongst the copse of trees, riding one horse and leading another. He is dressed in chainmail but wears no livery. Teodric comes alongside you and dismounts, unhitching the second horse's reins from his own mount and handing them to me. "Mornin'," he says. "Shall we ride?" I mount the chestnut mare with ease and set off alongside Teodric as the morning sun climbs into the sky at my back, warming the air. Teodric says little as we ride, and together we cover many miles. By mid-morning, the Dragonspine Mountains fill my view, towering before me like rocky sentinels. I ride all day, stopping only at midday for a bite to eat and to water the horses from a small stream, and by early evening I have reached a junction marked by a large obelisk, where a trail leads northwest into the heart of the Dragonspines. A road branches off southwest towards Teshwave. Teodric dismounts and indicates that I should too. "Go on foot from here," the knight says, nodding down the northwest trail. "That would lead you into the Dragonspines. The journey to the Citadel of the Raven will take several days, and much of it will be hard going. But you look well-traveled, so you'll do fine." Teodric... Oh, nice, I get some more provisions. Let's write down some rations, 3 days. And... And I get a ring. Of Mithranor. I have to say that name is probably my favorite part of this entire adventure. The Knights of Mithranor. Okay. I have no idea how to find these secret tunnels that Hoenn spoke of, nor how to enter the Citadel, but you feel should you fail to find the tunnels. Oh, I'm gonna just repeat that. I have no idea how to find these secret tunnels that Hoenn spoke of, nor how to enter the Citadel should you fail to find the tunnels, but should you manage to reach Sir Stevel Skirnd, show him this ring. He will know that your mission is true. I thank Theodric and part ways. Watching him ride into the distance, I start setting up camp, wondering what adventures the Dragonspine Mountains hold for me. Oh! Interesting. Oopsie. So, it turns out that this is the end of this current adventure. What the heck? Congratulations, worthy adventure. You made it to the end of part 1 of this adventure in one piece. Your quest to foil the evil plots of Manchun and his black network will continue in part 2 of this adventure, entitled Citadel of the Raven. It says that it hasn't been released yet, but it has been released. Keep my character sheet aside in preparation for this quest. In the meantime, there's no reason why... Okay. Yeah, the adventure's over. That's it. Done. I can't remember if I bought the next adventure yet. I thought it would go on for longer. I had no reason to believe the adventure would be over yet because I don't look ahead. I don't do that. That's cheeky. It's naughty. No. That's crazy. I have completed D&D. That's it, guys. Done. Have a good night, everyone. Well, I have dungeoned all the dragons, exactly. I have also I didn't meet a single dragon, which is kind of disappointing. Let's see. I don't have the next one because I assumed that this one would last longer. How about... Ooh. Okay, let's see here. Because this stream is all about solo plays. What do you do? I actually have a full list, and I was going to save these or save one, or save any of them, till next week. I wasn't going to continue with this D&D adventure just because I've been getting kind of bored of it, and especially with that ending, like they really expected me to not go in hard. It's just a bit disappointing. I'm quite disappointed with that. But it's neither here nor there, really. Now, I have a couple of different adventures. Oh, yes. That is actually a very good idea. Sorry, yes, I am actually more than happy. So, let's divert. This is no longer one woman table as you all know it. This is going to be the dreaded advice section. Let's see. So I know you've got because I saw that you had written something about Monster of the Week, which I'll be honest, I've never played Monster of the Week. Oh, I would be interested in playing Monster of the Week. Okay, so first is you got it, Sneaky Boa. I'll give you some advice. You're doing a Monster of the Week one shot, and some peeps from the stream, not the stream, from the Discord are playing. Yeah, okay. Okay. It is a non-canon continuation of. Do you mean Dylan, one of the Hearthfire Tale guys, Dylan? I'm going to assume yes. Yeah, okay. So it is that, Dylan. Cool. I guess I'll play some music or something. Uh, let's see. You guys ever heard of that saying? Um, Preparation prevents piss poor performance. I'm kind of feeling that right now. Oh, I've just. Well, no, it's fine. Um. Jesus, that's loud. I was just trying to decide on some tunes, but I want it to be royalty free. So, do you know what? I've got all those songs I downloaded. I'm not bothered looking for them. I've already got some here. Oh, here we go. Prim is the it's the only one. Okay, so you're specifically going out to traumatize. I'll just read it out. Uh, one of the players named Prim is the only one who knows the lore and has played Monster of the Week before. All the plot points are to traumatize Prim. That feels mean, but Prim is nice. We don't need to traumatize Prim. For context, we have her adopted werefish Fionn, who was. Oh, you're going. No! You're going to serve Fionn as a dinner in the BBG's home? Okay. I take issue with that, but it is also kind of funny. God, I hope. I know Parima does watch these streams as well. I do. Spoiler alert. You're going to be traumatized. Just looking for like a chill vibe, you know? I just want a chill vibe. So what advice do you want me to give? Is Primo? I don't know if she's watching or not. I'm just saying it is a possibility. As far as I can see, I don't think she is. But if she is, that's on you. My stream is very popular, Snee. Where are the chill vibes? I want nice chill vibes. Since I want it to be like a nurturing, kind of comforting. I want a nurturing, comforting type of thing as I give advice to harried players. Harried players and DMs. Sometimes you just need an outside opinion, you know? No, that's weird. I don't like that. That's the exact same thing I just heard. Nope, that's sad. I guess I don't like it, but Muzak is the category I'm looking for, kind of. Oh my. Well, it seems some of the hold on uh the moderator has decreed no. Why has that done happened? Just give me a sec so I can go on to stream elements and see what the problem is. Tell me your problem, stream elements. Why you being this way? Oh my, and my camera just died. Give me one sec and I need to fix multiple things that have gone wrong all at once. So uh I'll return in a few moments and fix and see if I can fix the I think the moderator went a little uh haywire and decided to um delete some of your messages, but I'll just double check that here. Give me one sec. And I just realized my mic wasn't turned on because I turned it off. I've muted the bot, uh, and I'll just double check the moderating. Uh, try typing out your message. Like, see if you can do like a long story short, and um, hopefully we won't have that problem again. Here we go. Okay. And I was also looking for some chill music. This music kind of sucks. Oh, that's like Claire de Lune, and that's kind of nice. I know you guys can't hear what I'm listening to right now. Okay. Luke is the monster hunting bestie, and they go to save Luke. Nice. Yes, this feels right. I want it to be like I'm your grandpappy. It makes sense when you hear it. I want to be like I'm gonna sit you down and be like, tell me your problems, grandchild. I'll help you fix them. Even though probably most people here are either probably same age or older than me. But you're all my grandchildren. Let's see. See, I thought I would have more time to figure these things out. Ah, perfect. Then it is working. Okay. Luke hates werewolves, so that is because that is the monster that killed his father. So they hunt the werewolf that presumably is the cause of his disappearance. So right now they think that a werewolf has kidnapped Luke. Okay. In the final fight, when they slay it, it transforms into oh no, Luke is the werewolf. That's not good. Prim and the others have killed. Oh no, have killed Luke, and the werewolf that turned him into a lycanthrope has escaped. Ooh, fun. I like this. This sounds like a cool vibe. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for OBS. Well, that didn't work. That's okay. I'm such a good streamer. Look at me not playing music. And like he was in Dylan's first one shot. He retired the character and I got permission to kill him off. Oh, so all this is to just traumatize Prim. Gotta say, man, I'm not sure where this is going, and to be honest, I do love this premise. This is a good story premise. I'm not really seeing any issue here. I'm not really seeing uh what the problem is so far. Like, this all sounds very solid to me. Keep doing that. Okay. Ah, okay. 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 It's gonna have classic monster movie references like leaving Fantasy Bray to head to London. The werewolf Luke is hunting is Americans. I got the reference, and I approve and appreciate that. Um, we're getting there, guys. I can do this. I'm good at technology. Ugh. I almost knocked over my juice. Oh, that would have been so bad. Our chat, can you guys hear that music? It looks like it's very loud, so I'm just gonna turn that down a bit. There we go. This is my advice music. Grandpappy. Not gonna know what monster made Luke originally hunt. I want to lead them off course with it being a gothic old hotel that would make them think vampire. Okay. So you're basically trying to lead them off the scent of it being a werewolf. So rather than say like maybe directly referencing like the movie American Werewolf in London, trying to head it off to somewhere else. Let's see. This is definitely the right vibe for this monster movie advice line. See, when I thought that I want to leave clues throughout the journey. So when you say clues, like you want to lead them to this gothic hotel. See, like when I think of that, like I don't think gothic hotel. I think the hotel from The Shining. So you could have little clues and stuff leading to like this type of hotel that is haunted. Either, but they think maybe it haunted by ghosts, haunted by vampires, whatever. But it's just the presence of this kind of malevolent lycanthrope. Clues of where this werewolf could have gone. No. double no because you put an H in my name. I hate that. So the hotel could, because I'm not quite sure how Monster of the Week works, or if the mechanics are different to, like, say, what normally happen, like, what normal werewolf lore is. I'm assuming, like, whoever this werewolf is, they change back into a human, at least every now and again. They could have, the hotel could be owned by a family member. It could be like a family hotel, and it goes back generations, and he could look exactly like the original proprietor of this hotel. Ooh! New follower, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate your face. We're playing advice line. And I'm your advice. I don't know why grandpappy is the word that comes to mind, as I do not identify as a male. I have she, her pronouns, and I am also biologically female. Woo! Mako! Sup? Thanks for supporting the pickle. So, yeah, the thing that could throw people off, I hope for your sake Mako isn't a part of this game you want advice on. State of mind, exactly. So, you could do something like, to throw them off the scent, the person that this werewolf is, he could look exactly like the original proprietor of this hotel. So it is literally just that this man, the original proprietor, is a family member, but it's like an uncanny resemblance. He's not playing the one shot good. The werewolf has an uncanny resemblance to this family member as a human. So, and because of that, is he a werewolf? Is he a vampire? Is he a ghost? And then that can open the door for you to have other types of monsters within this hotel. Is it a monster mash? Could there be a monster mash inside this hotel? Like, could we bring in some ghosties based on The Shining? Could we bring in could we just have some good old-fashioned, like, Call of Cthulhu type nonsense where there's just like a bad vibe? Thank Maku, really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you giving a follow. The adventure that I was planning on doing for the next for an hour and a half was gone. I finished it within 10 minutes. So I am now an agony aunt because I could potentially cause players agony. I'm not an aunt, but I could be, maybe, later in the future. I want Luke to have video logs detailing his search. Ooh. Maybe finding his weapons scattered with sage for ridding... Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, maybe he could have, like... I don't know what year... Like, is Monster of the Week meant to be, like, a modern era? Or is it meant to be, like, is it in the past? Like, I really don't actually know that much about Monster of the Week. But if it's, like... But I'm pretty sure even in present day, hotels give out, like I'm thinking of, like, a matchbook case, you know? It is modern day. Like a matchbook case, or there could be, like, you know, internet search history. He's looking up the name of this hotel, and he's looking it up frequently enough. Dylan's was set in Bray. Ooh, that'd be fun. I may have to take a look in on playing Monster of the Week at some point. What type of other clues could be left? Video logs is a good idea. Or just like even I feel like even a journal might possibly be better, and I'll tell you why. Or like a Ooh, no, sorry, no. I had a better idea as I was having my original one. Yes, laptop, because laptops can be encrypted. It can have hidden partitions that you can only be opened using like a password, or and again, you can go old school with a journal with torn pages. Because you have the modern day, there's a lot of things that you can play with. I actually haven't played that many things in the modern day. Like I've run a couple of D&D one-shots where they're set in modern day. Yeah, even better, because Luke's dad could potentially have more information that might not be as easily found in today. Like, this hotel could be a very old school hotel where they don't have much of a social media presence, and that's why there might not be a lot of information found online, except for like, oh, this, like, once you have the name of the hotel, like, what you find online about it is, this hotel is here. You can phone here. There's no website. There's no social media presence. Nothing like that. And with the journal, it could have more, like, it could have like more cryptic information, like potential, like names of old allies of either Luke's or Luke's fathers. You know, people who could give information that they might keep secret for whatever reason. Exactly. Stuff like that. Disappearances in the news that only reported in the local papers, so you wouldn't find it online, but those news clippings could be in the journal. Or strange sightings around the vicinity, the area the hotel is in, or like I said, disappearances is a pretty solid it's a pretty solid one. Yeah, so, a friend, a person I'm acquainted with, he's been using invisible ink. You could like the old lemon juice, and I don't know what they write it, what it is, but it's like lemon juice and fire, so you can have invisible ink, and you could totally go full Gravity Falls with it. That would be sick. Yeah, if you don't know Gravity Falls, that's actually like that's like a solid idea, because you use like UV light, and like you can get like cheap little like UV lights. But one thing I will say, no matter what breadcrumbs you decide to use, keep it fairly simple, if only for yourself, because I have fallen into that trap before. Exactly. You've journal 3? That's sick. I have a sibling that would freak out. They love Gravity Falls. I also really like Gravity Falls, but not as much as them. Yeah, but keep keep these breadcrumbs simple for yourself. And don't have too many, like, diverging branches, if that makes sense. So, you know, I'm just going to change my screen a little bit because I'm just realizing I don't need to have, just going to show you all my beautiful base, and that's it. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that was so cool. That's something like that happened to me once where I'm a big fan of Tomska. I've loved Tomska since I was young. And when I was a few years ago, they had released this game called Cat Attack. And I started playing it and I posted about it on Twitter because I was on Twitter at the time. And Tomska himself liked it. And I was like, oh my god. My favorite. But I hope that advice helps in any case. Nice. I've actually never played Uncharted. It's just one of those games that never crossed my radar. And like I said, I'm not into video games that much anyway. I feel like that's sacrilegious to say, but I don't know, it's just not quite my vibe. There we go. Wait, hold on. Let's see what does Nolan North look like. Listen, if I get angry texts from upset players, my work here is done. I hope it goes well for you. Now let's just see what Nolan North looks like because, like I said, not my... Oh! I feel like I've seen him before in real life. Was this at the most recent Comic-Con? Alright, let's see. Oh, he was at Comic-Con. I was thinking, I feel like I've seen him. But how? Oh. Just blowing out my speakers. Chill out. Alright. It was the most recent thesis. Awesome. Alright, does anyone else want any advice? Any burning questions? Yes, that was the guy I kept trying to encourage you to meet. And... sick, let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. I've got so many tabs open right now. You know, I can see why people would say that he could kind of be your dad. Does anyone else have any questions? Would like any advice? I've just realized I've got... See, one of the good things about using that camera is that you can control what's in the background a bit more. One sec. that's better. It was really bothering me when I saw it. Any burning questions? Oh, I'm just looking at the who's online, and Lady Luck. Is that the same person I'm thinking of? I think it might be. Just want to double check before I just start making grandiose claims. Grandiose claims. It is! Yes! Oh, how do you make your players hate you? Kill their characters without any kind of remorse. Just or just throw any kind of backstory, and use it against them. I can't count the number of times I've upset my players by bringing in backstory, and they've been like, hey, I didn't think you'd use that against me, and I was like, you thought wrong. Any kind... I'm not looking at anyone in particular. What? No? Either that, or just any... Yeah. Incapacitate them so bad things happen to other people around them, or so they feel like they can't do anything. Basically, yeah, making your players feel like they are powerless in some way. So they are. But having said that, I would like to say there's a limit. Oh, and thank you for jumping into first time chat. Thank you, boo. So making them feel powerless in some way to kind of cut a long answer shorter. So whether that's being emotionally powerless, like they're encountering someone or something from their past that makes them feel weird, essentially, that they weren't expecting to encounter in this situation, and now they don't know what to do. Or being physically powerless, so like Boo said, if in D&D terms, applying the stunned condition, or grappling, restraining, like all of those types of things where you'd have to waste time getting them out of their turn. No, you can go the emotional route. I've done, like, it takes a little bit more effort. It's a little bit more, it's harder because a lot of the time people don't overly develop like one-shot characters, right? Like, you might have a little bit of backstory, but more often than not, people are players in one-shots. They're doing these things, they're playing these characters because they want to test out a certain build or something. But it is possible. Just have to kind of just on the ball, like listening to everything that they're actively listening to everything that they're saying. Who did you say? See, the other thing is, while I like everybody in the Discord, I actually, like, I don't know everyone very well. I don't talk to people. Like, you would know them better than I would, but just but also be careful. Don't necessarily. You want to traumatize the characters. You don't want to traumatize the players, because it's a hard line to cross. And this is where the actively listening to the players as they play. So like, what little hints do they drop about, you know, just in like casual kind of role-playing conversation, like what little kind of throwaway, it's like sometimes throwaway information that is said during RP is something that you can use later on. And just kind of usually bringing up any kind of family member works, because exactly, don't traumatize Prim, traumatize Iris. Exactly. Because like it's a very fine line to walk. But it's a very necessary line. Please don't traumatize traumatize Prim herself. Traumatize Iris. I was actually telling this story because I'm setting up a Call of Cthulhu one shot for a few people on the Irish TTRPG Discord. I told the story to one of my players. The first time I ran Call of Cthulhu as an actual, like, with an actual group, there was this guy, and I'm not gonna like, what should we call him? Let's call him Oin, like one of the dwarves from Lord of the Rings or from The Hobbit. Oin, he is a bit of a problem player, and me and another DM, we've been both having issues with him in different contexts. But we were all learning this system together. So, you know, you have to put those things aside, especially for beginners, for yourself. You have to forgive a lot of mistakes. But we had gotten to the end, pretty much the end of the adventure, and in Call of Cthulhu, you can go insane. And all of the characters went insane in some way. And Oin's character, he actually, in his insanity, killed one of the other PCs. And that was fine. No issue with that. And, but I was checking in with everybody, just making sure everyone was, like, okay with this, because it can get quite intense, role-playing that type of thing in Call of Cthulhu. And everyone was fine, so I was like, okay, we'll keep going. And we got to the epilogue of this thing, because it's, hey, that happens too. That's also me as a player sometimes. Being too OP. But we were going through the epilogue, and Oin's character was like, yeah, no, I feel real guilty about, Oin's character was like, yeah, no, I feel real guilty about the murder and my part in it, so I go to therapy and I, like, you know, try to work through it. And I was like, oh, that's really cool as a that your character would have decided to do that, because this character had been nothing but, like, weird and paranoid for no real reason, until, of course, the weirdness came in. But what he said next shocked me and the other players completely. And he said, oh yeah, no, I go to therapy and I talk about what happened as much as I can, because they covered up the murder. It's like, but I keep the murder weapon. I was like, okay. The murder weapon is a baseball bat. And Oin says, oh, I give the baseball bat to my son. who is like 5. It's like, what? You're giving a 5-year-old child a murder weapon? Why? And he said, "Oh no, no, because I want to pass down my love of baseball to my son." It's like, you've given a child a bat that you used to murder someone, and that's not good. That's not okay. And like the other players were kind of like, I thought maybe it was just me, maybe I was just overreacting. But I looked over at my other players and they were like, they looked horrified, you know? And like no one came up and talked to me afterwards, but it was very clear that Oin did not recognize how strange and uncomfortable that what he said made us. And I did say that, like, even as he was narrating, I said, I don't like I don't like that. And he was like, no, but it's what he would do. It's like, oh yeah, I like. Thanks for coming by, Evie. See you later. Enjoy your evening. I'm probably gonna be wrapping up in a few minutes. Anyways, yeah, no, it was baseball. Like, it was a very strange vibe. And he just didn't seem to quite understand why we had a problem with it. And like I said, we've been having problems with this player for basically since I joined that group. And I'm just hoping that I'm trying to, like, show the ways, teach the ways. I'm giving this person a chance to improve both his knowledge of mechanics, and because D&D is what he really wants to learn. I'm hoping he will improve in terms of his attitude and his knowledge of rules. But this is last chance, really. So yeah, to cut a long story short, don't traumatize people, both as a DM and as a player, because it's surprisingly easy. And even easier when you're playing something like Call of Cthulhu, because it's, one of the reasons I really love Call of Cthulhu is, because you're just a normal person. You're a normal person who is suddenly just, suddenly there's like a tentacle god, and you just kind of have to try to accept that knowledge. And if you don't, and if you understand that knowledge a little too well, it'll break your brain a bit more. It's like when you think about life a bit too much, and I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy it so much. No, don't put Prim in therapy. Iris can go to therapy, but Prim should not. Let's see here. Alright, we've got a few people looking at the chat. Is there any does anyone have any questions or advice needed? I'm trying to think what's like the best advice I ever got as a DM. I think truly the best advice I ever got as a when I was first starting out as a DM, and it's so cliche, but it's more right because of it. Accept that things are going to go wrong, and things are not going to go as you think they're going to go. And it took me a long time to figure that out. And I think one of the reasons railroading in TTRPGs is such a big problem is because GMs, DMs, keepers, whatever the flavor of the referee of the TTRPG is, people they have this story that's in their head. They have that, and they have what they want to do, and if only these stupid players would behave and do what I want them to do. But that's not why they're there. And that's not why you're there either. The best games I have ever run are the games where my players went so far off from what I wanted to do, and I had to create the most bullshit things to accommodate for it. And literally, like, you know, when you hear in podcasts or whatever, you hear just like ripping paper and scrunching it up and throwing it away. It's like, well, that was my plan gone. Yeah. I keep trying to watch trying to listen to Dungeons and Daddies, but it's just I think it's one of those things I have to get through the first episode or two just to kind of get the ball rolling. Because I love the idea, I love the premise, but I don't know, there's something about it that kind of annoyed me when I first listened to it. I don't really know. But yeah, that would be it. Just kind of, it's very much embrace the chaos and roll with it. My favorite thing about being a DM is improvising. Because I truly don't know what's going to happen. And I just want to, like, I'm just excited to see how the story ends. It's so much more interesting. And like I said, the best times I've had with my players are the times when all of us were equally surprised at what's going on. My first solo DM chance, my friend kept eating the kids. I tried to use as a plot device. Yeah. The first time I DM'd ever, one of my players whistled wanted to use a dog whistle on a dragon, and I told him to roll animal handling, and he got a nat 20. So, and I didn't realize that I could flavor that nat 20 however I wanted at the time. So I just knew if you got a nat 20, you honor the nat 20 and something crazy happens. So that player whistled at a dragon and made it go away. And yeah, and there was, some of the players who that involves are here now, so I can't actually say all that much about the wild things that they have, how wildly they have gone off the rails. Well, they know, I've said this to them before, so this is something I can say. You want to know how hard they went off the rails? They went so hard off the rails that I had to invent an entire criminal syndicate in 5 minutes. Luckily, I had some juicy character backstory to help me along with this, but, yeah. Never have I been more bamboozled by what a player could do and how far you can go off the rails. Like, I had to, not only did I have to invent this criminal syndicate, this criminal underground, it's become much, much bigger than I ever intended it to be. I'll tell my D&D origin story. I got into D&D because of the pandemic and my husband. So I had heard, like, I had a very vague knowledge of TTRPGs. Like, you hear about them in TV shows. I think, like, this was, like, I heard about it from Stranger Things, but it didn't stick in my head in any kind of real way. And my husband, we'll call him Mr. Dread. That seems good. My husband, Mr. Dread, was he had gotten into a podcast, a D&D actual play called Not Another D&D Podcast, or NADPod. And I was, at the time, hadn't listened to a single podcast, but I was very into audiobooks. I love audiobooks. I've been listening to audiobooks since I was a little kid. And so I like stories. And I was like, oh, I can't get into podcasts, Mr. Dread. Like, it's so, like, they just ramble for like an hour. Like, I just can't get into it. And he said, no, do you know what D&D is? And I said, not really. I have a vague idea of what it is. And he said, well, it's like a story. Like they're telling a story and they've got dice and stuff. And I think you would actually really like this story. So I said I would try it, and then almost immediately after I put on my headphones, it was like very much a movie moment where the camera zooms into my face and I'm like, oh my god, this is the best. And I still listen to NADPod. It's my favorite podcast, and I listened to NADPod for a month or two before deciding that I wanted to play as well, and started playing with people online. And then I decided I don't want to just be a player. It's not enough for me. I'm going to DM, and hence the dog whistle dragon incident. And my DMing journey was created. And that was 3 years ago now. That campaign is still going on. The players in that is Mr. Dread, my husband, and some of my best friends in the world. My true ride or dies. And I love them all very dearly. And I've met some of the best people and been welcomed so thoroughly by this community. And yeah, I love it. Except for, the business practices of a certain company that we won't get into. That's crap. But hey-ho. It is what it is, right? Right, let's see what Snee's first time was. My first time playing D&D was like 4 to 5 years ago. I was a dwarven barbarian named Longclear Bromston. The DM was not the greatest looking back and never explained raging. Wow, that's like a basic thing of being a barbarian. That's like the best thing about being a barbarian. I thought I had to level up for it. Did several sessions, never raged. Yeah. I did meet some very, very nice people, but it was only really Prim that I would have... I'm just kidding. Yeah, like I've met some, including some of the lovely people in chat right now, I've met some truly lovely gems. And you know what? Let's see if we can find a gem to raid right now. Who's on? Oh, Critical Role's on. That's why there's nobody here. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see here. All right, I found one. Girls Run These Worlds. Oh, that's a sick name. Girls Run These Worlds. Let's see. All right. Okay, guys, we are gonna cut it there. You were very. I believe you to be a smart barbarian, but I do take issue with the DM not teaching you about rage, and like I understand the DM has a lot to think about, but you know they could have. I always try to sit down with my players and try to explain at least some of the basics before we play. Anyway, thank you so much to all of you guys who decided to stick around, even though I ended the adventure so quickly. And like I said, I'm not going to be continuing with this D&D adventure. I've kind of gotten bored of it, and I'm sure Sora will survive. It'll be fine. So, if I have an idea of the next RPG that I would like to play, but if anyone has any suggestions, please go to my Discord. I have my own Discord now. I'll be putting the link up on my channel page tonight. And yeah, that's really it. It's gonna be we're moving on. D&D. I have, as Snee said, I have dungeoned all the dragons. It's time to move on to newer pastures for everybody. See what's out there in the world. Just like Sora, who's, I'm going to say, didn't die and found everything. I haven't put the Discord up yet. I'm going to put it up in a few minutes. In fact, you know what? I'll do that now. While it's in my head, I'll put the link to the Discord in the chat. People can hop in if they want to, or don't. Whatever you want to do. Am I in the right one? I am in the right one. There we go. I've just posted the link there in the chat. If people want to go and join my Discord there, that would be great. I would really appreciate it. Keep an eye out on my YouTube channels for new content there. Hopefully things will be up soon. But that's it, guys. And if you guys enjoyed this kind of more informal, just kind of chatting and taking questions or giving advice, let me know. And maybe I'll do something like this on a different day. That could be fun. Thanks very much, guys. We're gonna head over to now to Girls Run These Worlds. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good evening. Love your face. Appreciate your face. Good night.